Mexico. In my life again. Was I just off somewhere?
Starts the process of a coin with FTX of all the fucking companies in the world. He starts it with an unregistered fucking exchange out in the Caribbean. Okay, so that means it was coin being put out there. Yes, it's to get equity, to money, yeah, I get it, whatever. And GameStop does it as well. But I'm like, how do they create like the balance of the coins? How many coins were issued and so on? And then you start thinking a little bit beyond that. 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional.
Hey guys, hey. Well, we're back in action. Yeah, that was Lou. I'm trying to learn. You think I know what I'm talking about? I have to learn from Lou. Oh, puppy dog. Oh, puppy dog. All right, so, hey, it's Splon Ridge Runner. Hey, Max. So to start around the track, MMTLP is 940. Are you okay? Finger is 571. God, holy. Down 5%. I think what they're trying to do there, it's not so much about the short. I think what Lind Partners is doing is trying to destroy the premium in the calls. One, so people don't buy calls and you get a gamma squeeze, but two, so they can take some of the profits off the table from the calls they sold. Pretty good when you control everything, you can make money. MAT's 184 up 15. CRTT, he did have a good video. All right, I'll look for it. 116, 115, 116 on CRTD. And then let's see the main event. Hey, William Collins. It isn't moving. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. 360 to 363. It's only down 15. And 269.31. So let's see what I can. Let's see what let me see what I can tell you. That guy that was texting me, he also wrote, I'm sure he wanted you to see, it's all a scam. Sell GTII and every stock William and Lou pushes. It should be William and Lou push, but hey, we can forgive him since Carlos Mayo is probably from some other language. And I know I don't speak any other languages. Okay, I redrew my fibs. They all show a breakout imminent. The time frame lines up with today on all the charts. All right, Trace. All right, Trace. I have to agree with you, even though I don't know what you're talking about. Just kidding. Yeah. All right, so we'll give that guy equal time, all right? Just so that in the future, oh, he's correcting his own English now. Good for him. So in the future, you can see that I showed all sides of the story. I know, isn't that something? That must be Trump's fault that we're at war in Poland. Good Lord. When are we going to wake up and realize they're manipulating us? Let's, so frustrating. So frustrating. Morty Bojangles. Mr. Bojangles. Dance. All right, so I watched, I think he's listening. I think it's Charlie the Vindictive. Charlie the Vindictive. You know what's happening up there? Hey, Jasper. What's happening up there in Great Neck, New York is they're watching the end of their lifestyle. And it couldn't happen to... Yeah, so basically, Trace, what you're saying is you see this, I guess, either at resistance or at support. I don't know which. But anyway, your point is it's about to break out. And anyway, the guy is still texting me, but I'm not going to show it all to you because I'll do it later. You know, he deserves to be heard. He's the guy that sold 200 million shares, and he thinks it's all FUD. That'd be great. Tweet it to me, Trace. And I'll look for it, put it up, and I'll give you credit, of course. But, yeah, I blocked him. Yeah, he just uses different... All right, we hit the top, back down to support. Yeah, I think that's right. We're all starting to see what's going on. It's 327.6. Could be. That could be stop censorship. 370. Sorry, my eyesight. I'm wrong. 276. I can read without glasses, but every now and then it gets, I don't know, it's hard to explain. So it's 277, and it was 228 when we broke for lunch. So it's around 50,000 shares traded. The stock was 354 and now is 360. I don't want to, yeah, there's black chapters. You know, I can't give financial advice. It's I don't know, whatever they say, it's for educational purposes. But as long as Kurt Kramer is selling the shares, I would buy. David Lee, I couldn't agree more. Low volume. The stock price is actually drifting upward. And no, the FUD, they're down to their last two. Well, they only ever had one. Yeah, there's a ham call, unless I didn't check. Unless he canceled it. Let me look. But I did look earlier. All right, Ham just wrote a minute ago. Accumulation is a killer to Kurt Kramer. They stopped selling. Kurt Kramer stopped selling. Look how the volume drops up. Kurt Kramer knows they are killing themselves for no money. All right, you made 80% in DWAC. Was DWAC up? Wow. Yeah, he'll be on fire. AC Cowley. I know. Edward Garcia. Ham equals hard as a MF. Or you could just do hard ASS MF. That's good. He's actually an old softy. He's actually an old softy, except when it comes to criminals like Kurt Kramer. He wrote, Ham just wrote 4 minutes ago, Dear Kurt Kramer, no, I made that part up. Lesson number 1, real shorts want the stock to go higher. They make more money when it falls. A naked short fraud like Kurt Kramer, I put that in. Counterfeiters like Kurt Kramer, thugs like Kurt Kramer, looters like Kurt Kramer, sell the stocks down. They can't let go. Can you remember that? Just look at patterns yesterday. CRTD was a classic. When you borrow shares, that's a real short. Funny how it doesn't show up on its 600K at the rate you post it. Should go up 300K a day. New data will be out November 25th on the real short. That's pretty cool. You gotta say it's pretty cool. All right, so GFYM187 wrote, wouldn't you be mad if you were losing money every day and knew you were beyond FUCKED? Long supporting each other, and that's pumping. Shorts and bashers losing money on short positions and or getting paid to bash. That's hilarious, who lost all your supporters. My grandma bought 25 more. Hey, Alicia. The chart does look great. Louisiana gumbo. Louisiana gumbo. Oh, wow, Abdul Razik. Really? Congratulations. January 3rd. That's soon. She'll be a Capricorn. I guess it could be a he, but oh, third daughter. You said it's daughter. That's amazing. It's the only thing I'm envious of is I wish I had had children. But who knows? For a college fund, that's great. Remember, we have to save some for the commissary at Russia attacked Poland. Oh my gosh, Russia attacked. Yeah. I don't know the cost to borrow, Vince. I haven't seen any news. Look, I'm gonna gotta be careful. I hope everyone's safe. You got one of the right-wingest of people in charge at Defense, Victoria Nuland, and she's a Democrat, I guess, ostensibly, because she's been appointed by a Democrat. But I don't think it's smart to have war in the middle of 25 nuclear reactors and against the world's largest holder of missiles. Anyway, let's get back to making money. That's something we can understand. Hey, Michelle. Wow, BlockFi is next. Yeah, it's an interesting article. I'm sure you saw, or maybe you didn't. But this is Crypto Contagion. Yeah, we'll get his video up. More lows into 2023. This FTX scandal is the death knell for cryptos. At first, I assumed that perhaps they lost a ton of money because of the implosion of the bond market. But this was not the case. In fact, this is perhaps the worst I have ever seen, and it comes from trading losses from kids that had no experience whatsoever with regard to trading. They obviously did not even understand fiduciary responsibility. I want to get back to the part about crypto. Crypto Contagion, instigated by FTX, has only gotten more interesting since Sam Bankman-Fried sent a series of cryptic tweets spelling out the words "what happened" after his wealth wipeout. After the collapse of FTX, we are looking at a collapse in confidence in all digital assets. With this degree of collapse in even Bitcoin, there will be more bankruptcies lining up. Inexperience dominates this young field, and facing a stiff recession ahead going into 2023, this meltdown is not over yet. The low in Bitcoin from the 2021 high is not likely before 2023. Thus, as they say, it ain't over till Alicia makes her predictions. All right, let's see if there's a video from Time Life Video. Wow. Sean Lee. I'll try to look that up. I'm always nervous to go to InfoWars.
And they're both coming out very impressive.
Russian missile strike just hit NATO. World War III under Article 5. Okay, here it is.
Alright, silly motherfucker. So now I kind of told you everything, AMC, how it came over to GTI and the whole thing, but maybe you need to understand what triggered my decision to come over. It wasn't just because it was a low price. There are tons of stocks on the OTC that are low price, even lower than GTI. The main thing was, when I took a look at the company and the fact that I obviously got the heads up on their plan to fuck the naked shorters by issuing out that coin, that NFT, and the fact that that's what the company does, that's when I said to myself, holy fuck, this is a unique situation. One, all the benefits of OTC, I'm not going to go into them, no halts, yada yada, you know the whole thing, the low entry price, whatever. But the fact that the company doesn't have to be convinced on, hey, you guys should do an NFT token and yada yada, count everything and expose the naked shorts, and no, these motherfuckers were already there with this concept. That being said, After what I went through with AMC, with all of you, I said to myself, if they fucking do this, this is just not a game changer. I mean, financially, it's going to be fucking unbelievable fucking win for me and my family, you guys. But it's going to be an amazing tool to be used like a model to other stocks. So this was something that I looked at and I was like, holy fuck, this is going to be something crazy. And now they're taking the steps of it. They're going to actually do this. They're going to be able to know where those fucking extra shares are, which are real shares, they're synthetics. And that's the fucking hilarious thing. Like I said in AMC, it was so easy to clean it up. It's because they didn't want to clean it up. It was too much money for the boys on the street. But this is a totally different fucking scenario. And that's why, for me, when this thing hits, you know, sweet baby Jesus, we're going to have some fun. And I'm saying it right now. If fucking GTII runs and fucking explodes and does some incredible fucking shit, whatever, but it does it before CTRD, let me just tell you something. Them motherfuckers are going to do the coin as well. It's whoever does the run before. We got money to make, motherfuckers. All I can tell you is, from now on, if a company that's heavily shorted, naked shorted, is not in the process of doing this, they ain't gonna see my money. And I ain't gonna be talking about them. Because for me, I'm looking to win. I am no longer gonna be trapped in anything. And guess what? For the motherfuckers that are naked shorting, that's your fucking revenge. Doom on you, motherfuckers. Because that destroyed the American economy. Fucking taking companies and shorting it down for your fucking unbelievable greed. So now, NFT up your ass and go fuck your mother. We're gonna make money, and that's why I'm in GTI. That's the reason why, motherfuckers. I'm there, and that's why we're gonna make money.
Maybe that'll be my quote tomorrow. Doom on you, MFs. I don't know what that was, sorry. I think upstream, as it relates to GTII, could be today or tomorrow or the next day in terms of further announcements, or next week. But the news said that they are going to follow up, and CRTD, I feel the same way. That guy got a new lease on life. I think he wants to make announcements. So I think soon is the answer. 358 on GTII, 17. It's only 282,000 shares, 357. Let's see CRTD. Yeah, for a quote, yeah. Doom on you. All right, 119, 117, 119. I'll have to re-listen to it, ring the bell, to make sure that I get it correctly stated. Well, that'll take... Let's go see what's happening in the news land. It's a good thing we have a sentient president to handle this. I don't see any news. Let me see if it's on in the international news. Russia bombs kill 2 people in Poland. Border town is hit by twin explosions from wayward missiles, sparking emergency meetings in NATO state. What if we get on upstream exchange and no run-up? Well, that's probably what's going to happen, Johnny. As soon as they announce it, Kurt Kramer will try to sell it down. Whoever's shorting CRT will try to TD will try to sell that down. So they convince you, Johnny, that the news doesn't mean anything. it depends on what the announcement is, Johnny. If they say, oh, shot down by Ukraine, wow. If the announcement says, I'm making up, GTII has agreed to give a warrant as a dividend on the upstream exchange, and it'll take 6 weeks for approval, that won't do much for the stock price. I think CRTD is up, I'm guessing not because of a margin call, but because there's real buyers in there. And yesterday, you know, my little screed this morning, but yesterday they did a bear raid and they knocked out anybody with stop loss orders. There's no real stock for sale. And so as the buyers come in, it goes back up. I expect CRTD to be $2 very quickly. Very quickly. It's a $10 stock that spiked as high as 20 prior to the destruction that occurred. That's over with. Well, who's gonna launder the 3.3 billion we give to the Ukraine? FTX is gone. 119. All right, GTII. What happened with Chris? Be safe. You guys are good. GTII 357, down 17 cents, 283,000. And it's 302. So in 20 minutes, 25 minutes, it's time. Dun da da. Time for the Shadow Knows. Oh, he lives near the airbase. Wow. Well, we have to say prayers for him. Let's just pray that this doesn't turn into a war. I mean, you know what I mean, a world war. Russia just got bombed. I hope not. That wouldn't be good. NATO just bombed Belgrade, Russia? Oh my gosh, guys. This is what you do. This is what happens when someone like Victoria Nuland is in charge. I hope you're just funning, because that's scary stuff. That's really scary stuff. War can get out of control so quickly. That's not true. Thank God. Thank God. Whew, thank God. Okay, 3575, 17 cents down, 358, 284,000. Oh, Juan, what is she in the hospital for? I know, Morty, we don't want a war. We don't need a war. We don't want a war. Let me go look at, it's not? Okay, good. We don't need a war right now. We really don't. Exactly. All right, let me see if I can find, I'm not questioning you, American extremist. I'm just not able to find it. Let me think where I can get it. Where can I get it? Reuters, maybe? Russian missiles batter Ukraine as signs emerge of further retreat. The Senate went to the Democrats. The House is undecided. So it's not on Reuters. Hey, Jennifer, congratulations. I think that's great. I think that's great. 358. 358. 357 to 358. Oh, it's Ukraine, not U.S. Okay, the Belgrade missile strike was Ukraine, not U.S. Okay. Okay, so hopefully cooler minds will... It's 3 weeks ago? All right, hopefully cooler minds than mine will prevail. Yeah, I think Zen holder, there's also a battle over U.S. dollar supremacy. Yeah, we're certainly allied with the Ukraine with a bottle of Patron. All right. Ukraine, what do you think the FTS effects will be? GTI short. No one wins in a war. Russia pulled back only to make way for missile strikes. What's the volume? Finally, something I can answer. The volume in GTII is 289,000. 3555, we're down 19 cents. I know, 290, yeah. It's 289, 330 to be exact, but 290 is close enough. Hey, Nicole. Let's see what's happening with... All right, so, wow, fingers down 35 cents. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. GTII down 19 cents. Hey, Roger. Very funny. Very funny. I'm showing 28934 something. Yeah, that one. That one. All right, so let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening. I'll see if I can find some news. Russia rejects allegations of missile attack on Poland, slamming deliberate provocation. So maybe we'll see what happens. What up? What up? What up? All right, 310. Um, I don't see... but I recall all of them nights down in Mexico.
Advisory role back home.
Someplace I'll never go in my life again. Yep, there's a call. There's a call. Where would we be without the hamster? Where would we be without the hamster? FTX contagion spreads.
As Ruud serves down the tee, good serve, and Fritz in the net. And Ruud has an underrated serve. We found that out against Felix. Remember against Felix, he was serving so well.
It's a hive of activity.
Ruud knows how to serve
Uh-oh.
well. And I think that's what people overlook. They're like, oh, Ruud's like grinding baseline, blah, blah, blah. He's got some pop on that serve, and it seems to be working in these conditions. As he serves out wide of fault, second serve. Remember last year he got to the semis. He made the semis last year. And I'm going to find out who he beat last year so I can tell you that if it was a fluke or not. Because I don't think it was. Is it a backhand rally? Ruud. Into the forehand of Fritz. Forehand from Ruud is out. Fritz getting a little more aggressive there. 15-30. Ruud was the number 8.
I know, low volume.
Norrie and Rublev and lost to Djokovic. But everyone lost to Djokovic except for Zverev, who beat him in the semis. But yeah, Norrie was probably, he got lucky because he didn't have to play Tsitsipas, he played Norrie instead. But he did beat Rublev in a close 3-setter.
Be interesting. Let me get the quotes.
How wild is it that Karatsev was the third alternate, and now Karatsev is like
3555 down 19 cents, 289. No attack yet. All right, good. I hope not. Upstream is up 2 days straight. CRTD 118 up 10. Finger. Yeah, iodine tablets is a good idea. Well, Victor, I agree with you. But if I say that, that's political. 562. God. I don't know. How far do you think the USA Soccer Cup team will go? I think I don't even know who to root for. Quarterfinals. Wow, that'd be pretty good. I think Alvi might be right though. Brazil. How about Germany or England? Come on, England. Come on, England. Come on. Come on, England. Come on. Argentina, Brazil, Germany. Come on, England. Come on. Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. All right, let's see. It's 3:16. And I'm checking the news, checking it twice. And there doesn't seem to be an update. Let's see what the Guardian is saying. They're always right on top of things. Yeah, I saw that 325,000 shares of GTII available to borrow. Problem is, yeah, they're going to ask for aid. There's no news. Let me put it this way. It's not headline news. Let me click world. It's not headline news. Putin is a butcher. He needs to go. How are these crooks still standing? I'm not sure they are, but because if GTII had social network accounts, they can get in trouble. Well, Jeff, it's very interesting. There's a good book called, let me see if I can find it. It might have a really simple... might have a simple title. Yep, I think that's it. No, maybe not. Anyway, there's a book that I read about this, which right now I'm having a hard time remembering. But Russia was Muscovy. And Russia, the heartland of Russia has been invaded a lot of times, but we know about Napoleon and the Germans twice. And the two areas they can evade from Europe is through Poland and then down on the underbelly through the Balkans, or even below that, I guess. And there's no natural barriers. You know, the United States has two oceans. So when you say that Russia's defending themselves, you may be exactly right. Shorting is organized crime, and it might involve crime figures. Well, that's true. I don't know that Russia's invaded Alaska. I don't know if it has, but let's see. GTII is 360, down 15 cents. Yeah, the BRICS is a real threat, and once oil's sold in something other than the dollars, that's tough. I don't know which point I made that's not the point, but I'm just trying to say that there are any new jokes. Can't we get along? Yes, let's get along. 355, 359. I don't know that they're going to issue a coin. And my guess is if it is a coin, it's not going to be worth a lot of money. Ring my bell, ring my bell. Yeah, let's just assume there's no war going on. Yeah, Germany. Anyway, there was a question there. Yeah, it's probably dual listing. I think Upstream has two things going on with GTII. One is dual listing, and two is some sort of digital distribution, whether it's a coin or something else. So I think it's two things coming for... You were 13 in the disco years? Did I ever wear bell bottoms? I don't know. Yeah, it's supposed to be criminal, but everything... Yeah, it's called invasion. That's true. That's true. 355 to 358. Last trade 355. And I hope they find out it's not deliberate. Down 20 cents. Even if it is deliberate, I hope they say it wasn't deliberate. We don't want to go to war. We do not want to go to war. GTI's failure to delivers were updated today, and there are a ton. Good news. Young hearts run free. When the government is one criminal entity, yeah, it moved too quickly. Did I ever own a leisure suit? I was given one. Did I wear it? I don't know what a hippie is. I had long hair, but I didn't smoke the marijuana. I'd love 6. Oh, poor Jay Leno. Hey, big. Believe it or not, when I was young, I was a, you're going to laugh, I was a Sears teen model. I was selected out of the high school to be Sears teen model. And they gave me a leisure suit. The only time I ever wore it was when they took pictures of me in it. I didn't want them to give me a leisure suit. I wanted something better. but I don't remember what the options were. I didn't wear platform shoes because when you're not tall, you can't get away with it. They make fun of you. Only tall people can wear heels. Only tall men can wear heels.
Muted.
Well, I'm sure, yeah, I don't even know if you remember Sears. Because I did that, I got a credit card at a young age, and I got a job working at Sears. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. Ring it, ring it. I saw that, the digital dollar. I don't feel good about that because you can't, everybody will know what you bought. You did work in toys? I worked in 3 different, I used to shop at Sears. I've got it, I've got the dial in. He should be on shortly. SNDL, I don't have any thoughts, but somebody's asked me before. Sears Tools. Remember they used to guarantee them?
We'll start in 1 minute. Let's let everybody get a chance. You got 3:48. Give me another minute and we'll start.
You can ring my bell, ring my bell. Al Jazeera, oh Lord. Al Jazeera is usually honest. I mean that. I'm not being sarcastic. 1976 to 1978. Wow. Which mall? Which city? I think that's when I worked there.
All right, everybody, let's get it going. Again, this is not to buy and sell. It's education about making short selling the truth for it and all the little crazy things that we're hearing on the front line. Let's start off with CRCD. Everyone's saying that the company and their proxy says they're going to reverse it, all that nonsense. I heard that proxy was done 2 months ago. Basically, when the stock was nothing, why not reverse it like Root or everybody else? But they're not doing it here. They have the shorts on the run. They know it. And obviously, they're moving to upstream for a reason. They are 100% on your side. Every move they make is a positive one to help enhance the stock. They know who the short is. They know what's going on. You know, people are not that stupid. I posted the upstream video. I watched it with the CEO, Pixie, P-I-X-Y. He tells us the way it is. We all know it. And you can just see, like, the CRTD. Just look at the charts of the attack. I posted it 20 times. The naked short needs to have the stock down. A real short wants the stock to go higher. The attack yesterday was the classic. Print it out, put it on your wall. That is the naked short selling attack. Followed by today's follow through, trying to break it at $1. They think that everybody's going to bail out and run away. Right now, all they're doing in CRTD is washing stock back and forth. They've been doing the same thing in GTII for the last, 2 hours back and forth. These shares, they hit the bid, all the bids drop, someone offers 100 shares. The same pattern
follow. They all have the same pattern. Follow and understand the pattern. Just remember who wants less everything they're doing. Just look at the CRTD. In the last 2 minutes, they dropped from 117 to 108 to 112, and maybe that's how it's traded. Okay? Remember, when there's no bids in the stock, they just drop it. Okay? That's the way they play. The market makers all see it, and that's why I keep trying to tell you, don't use stop loss orders. If you let a stop loss order in at $1.10, and they just dropped it, they kick you at 110, and you sell yours at 107, whatever it may be, and you lose more money. Then it goes right back up, as you see now. It's all fraud. Stocks don't need to trade like this. CRTD or IBM or whatever it may be. Companies open their doors every day. And the activity in the stock has nothing going on within the building of these companies. You know, you can think about it. You open your eyes, nothing happens in your life. CEM today, I'll give you an example, opened up. The CEO is going to tell people about how good his data is, trying to save people. That's it. Nothing's changed. And yet the stocks have these violent swings all over the place. It's caused by the manipulation of the stock. That's it. There's nothing else happening. That's what's going on. Some days there's activity, there's news. GTI says they're going to list on upstream, and someone keeps selling the stock, trying to move it down. 37.69 on the offer, 1,085 on the bid. I told you odds, ODD odds. You know, you put a sign of the short sell both sides of the stock. And here's an easy thing. If you were short GTII at 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever the number was, or fitting emojis, 5, 6, 7, up to 9, wherever it was. But CRTD, wherever it came down from, why wouldn't you buy it here to cover those sales? If I shoot it CRTD at $1.70, you bet your ass to buy it back at $1.12. What am I going to stay here for 2 years? Hopefully it goes to 80 cents. Take your profit and move along. And if the stock runs back up to $1.70, here's the hint. If you're on the phone and it's a short seller, you sell it again. That's how real shorts play. They trade around their positions. If they sell a stock short and it drops, they buy it back. If it runs up, they re-short it. A naked short that keeps trying to sell it because they know if they start buying, it strengthens the stock and it forces them to buy it back higher. That's it. Real short, they trade all day long buying. If they sold something and they buy it back, if their short position is $10, if they can keep trading, okay, and increase the amount of money that they're making from the stock to go higher, you know, if they go sell it at 10, buy it back, if they sold $1 million at 10 and buy back 100,000 shares at 9, they make $100,000 and it adds to their risk. It takes away the risk in their position by $100,000. That's what real shorts do. These cannibals are so stupid, they just keep trying to sell it, face against the debenture, and keep pressing on it until they kill it. Mark it down. Everyone on the phone, please educate yourself about this stuff. It's pretty easy. It's the same stuff. There's little twists throughout the day how they manipulate the stock. That's different. I got it. You don't understand all the little tricks that they do. Like in the morning, sometimes they gap the stock up and then they drive it down low. These are little tricks to try to get you to say, oh, it's bad news. But if the story hasn't changed from yesterday to today, for example, GTII is moving towards upstream. The board of directors approved it. Now they do whatever they have to do with upstream. The company is moving and is going to finalize and give out their digital dividend. CRTD already did it. On the road to giving out their digital spin-off, whatever it may be. CRTD is basically doing everything possible to try to squeeze the shorts. It was dead quiet. The stock ran. Now they're all on board, and they know exactly what's going on here. Everything's right here. Just follow the bouncing ball. Nothing has changed. Okay? The attack yesterday was over what? So it's $1.40. They needed to get it below $1. Obviously, they're in a panic. If you were short, discovery. Remember that term. So we're going to bypass the courts, the judges, the juries, the SEC, FINRA, the DTC. The share count must take place. That's what Upstream is going to do. Okay? The music stops. That's what Upstream is doing. Okay? I've been saying this for a long time. Special dividend, way to do it, but we need to get away from the brokerage community, the SEC, FINRA. No one here is your friend. Zero. Okay, you have to do it yourself. And companies are fighting back. Just watch the CEO of Pixie tell you the story. Right on the nose. He knows it. Everybody knows that there's a loophole. These guys are destroying public companies. Everybody knows it. Not a secret anymore. But why are they being bought in? Why are they panicking? What would you do if you were the short? Just think about that. I would keep selling because until they pull me out by my hair, I'll keep trying because I'm going to lose anyway. Right? That's what Wall Street allows these characters to do. Anybody on the phone, including myself, would be trying to buy back every day. I would sell like 500,000 shares and try to buy back 1 million shares every day. Okay? And just try to get more and more, try to cover it, try to keep it in a certain range. I told you the way a short seller can stop buying in a stock is to gap it open. Finger motion, make it $11. As long as they're not forced to cover, who's going to come in and pay $11 for a stock that just was at $5 or $6, right? Longs would sell it. Volatility has to come to the upside. When the shorts do the same pattern, volatility to the downside, like in CRTC, 170 to 129 that one day. The next fair rating was $142. We watched that yesterday. These same patterns happened in GTII over and over and over again. Okay? All they're doing is selling more shares for less money. And we all know about it. It's not like we don't know about it. Everyone's watching it. We all see it, and we all understand it. Where are going? Upstream is coming, and it's coming fast. GTII is getting ready to close on their 1-800-LAW deal. Who's selling the stock down? Who wants to keep marking it down? Obviously, someone that's short needs to push it down every day, trying to get people to sell. Okay? I call it the Kramer's discount. You know, the Trump is going to be around Thursday, Friday, all over the place. Right? Let's see what happens there. Okay? Exposure. The cockroaches don't like to see the sunlight. Patrick Bernardo, he said that. Don't shine a spotlight on a cockroach. That's what we're doing. All these people want to be gangsters. From Lynn Partners. These people want to sit here and steal, want to be gangsters. Well, we're going to make them stars. The Cravens don't care about it. I don't know where the hell they are. Okay, they seem to enjoy the spotlight of just trying to steal and walk away and not think anybody's going to pay attention to it. All right, but again, we are not going away. We're going to keep stepping on them. I apologize. I can't stop these down swings in these stocks. Okay, again, think about Upstream. Right? It's nice to see if you're an AMC person, Philly Nation stock is moving up again to $8. And just be careful. You know, don't be a statue with these names. You get a violent swing up. If you own 1,000 shares, you sell 200. If it pulls back, you can buy it back. And if it runs up, you can sell it again. And try to make your money, earn your money out of the play instead of wishing and hoping. Okay, I feel bad that everybody got raped by this guy. But again, if the company would give out go on Upstream and give out a coupon, 2 movie tickets and a box of popcorn worth $40 a share, the short sellers would have to deliver $40 a share to each holder. That would break them back. It would make the level of the stock $40. Okay? GTII, 1-800-LAWYERS, give out a $500 coupon. So when you go to the law firm, everyone has a closing, needs a lawyer for something, whether it's a will, whatever it may be, show up with your $500 coupon. The short seller has to deliver it to you in your name. Upstream provides that opportunity to protect and expose the short. Okay? And what I'm saying is, you know, people know about it. Upstream has been talking to everybody. People know them. And they're coming up with all these great ideas how to help public companies to get around this fraud. Everyone's doing it. So Okay, we're at the beginning of it. Okay, remember, digital discovery. You screw everybody over, the brokerage firms, you all left hanging in the wind. All right? We don't need a judge. We don't need juries, the SEC, FINRA, DTC. All we need to see is that everyone who owns a share is entitled to a share. All right? These guys, the short sellers, keep manipulating it. The SEC allows it. Your government allows it. FINRA allows it. The DTC. They all look the other way. It's only been going on, as far as I know, since February 8, 1988. I can actually prove it went back a little bit further, but we used the Forbes article because that makes it mainstream. What was going on behind the scenes, we don't have to see. I went through 10 SEC commissioners already, and 12 of them, who knows. They all talk, but no one does anything. Gary Gensler is now focused on crypto, never talks about stock settlement. They talk about payment for order flow. If you're in this game and you hear payment for order flow, it means nothing. I could care less when I want to buy a stock who sells it to me. All I ask is that it's settled. So don't fall for the payment for order flow. All the AMC, GameStop people, they got you all talking about payment for order flow means nothing. Stock settlement. You never hear them talk about that. They change the subject real quick on that. Whenever it comes down to exposing the fraud and stock settlement, they change it to payment for order flow. You know, again, look at it, how naked short selling has disappeared from the press. No one sees it anymore. It's just going away. All the trades just got settled. That's the SEC protecting the brokerage community. It won't screw these hedge funds. If they just arrest one of them, more than naked short selling, the rest of them are going to run like you've never seen it. They'll be running down Broadway like you've never seen it before. That's how fast and how many there are. They all do the same thing. They believe that God's gift is His creation, that they're allowed to do what they want, steal, destroy. They could care less. Just keep selling it and destroy your company. The companies that I follow have all fought back. Finger Motion hired West Christian, and just as a note on this Lynn Partners, okay, we're hearing that the prime broker is Jeffries and Company. And actually we know someone who works at Jeffries, and we actually know someone that's the CEO of Jeffries. So Lynn, if you are listening, we're going to reach out and try to get them the information on you and how they're doing fraudulent activities with their firm. All right, so if you are there, trust me, we're going to reach out. Wall Street's a small place. We're going to get to you. All right, you're not getting away. You and everyone in your office, you all want to participate, go make a lot of money, go travel the world on our time. It ain't going to happen anymore. We all know, West Christian knows, everybody knows that you're the naked short seller. All right? Everybody knows that you're headed in the venture. Everybody knows what you do. Same thing with the Kramers, GTIILIVE. Just go back, I think it was February 28th of 2021. GTI had a $100,000 loan, It's paid off the Kramers, and the Kramers now, for $100,000, are going to lose billions of dollars and go to jail. Think about that. Everyone talks about this crypto guy losing $12 billion. If they created the $12 billion for him, these guys put it up 100, and they're going to lose billions. And just like someone just said to me on Twitter, hey, if you can tell everybody when it's a short squeeze, people are going to front run it. No kidding. That's what everybody does. Okay? Once a short starts to panic, it's very difficult to run in and try to front run it. Because it's a real frenzy. Okay? People trying to buy it, the prime brokers trying to cover, people are front running it. It's very dangerous when you get involved in a game like that. Okay, if you ever go in and buy a stock that's starting to squeeze, mark this down, never use a market order. I'll just make an example. Let's say GTI is going to be $10 to $12 and it's starting to run. If you wanted to buy it, you put a $14 top. This way you're paying $2 above the offer. If they sell it to you at $12, be thankful. But at least at 14 you won't miss it if it's running. But use a limit. Never a market order. I've seen people do that, market orders, and they put an order in to buy 10,000 shares and they pay them $10 for stock. I remember a girl did that back in time. I think she was 10,000 shares. She wanted to buy it at the market. So we paid $30 for it on it. Started to squeeze. It was 19. She paid 30. She paid 30. The stock was 18. Some numbers like that. So she was down 100,000 because she bought it at the market. Use a limit. You can always change your limit. If it goes to 14, you just grab 14. You can always cancel it and use a $16 stock. That's how you play. Don't be stupid. Little things like that. Mark it down. Teach yourself. If a lot of people are here for only a year or 2 years. There's a lot of little things that you just need to understand, but it's the same game all the time. And you got to learn to educate yourself and stay in the same pattern. And this way you learn how to trade. You're using your technique. I'm very strict when I buy. I use numbers in my head. I think that I'm going to be safe in. And that's why I don't chase things and I put bids in. And I buy them when I think it's time to buy it. I'm not always right, but I try to always get it at the right price. And like everybody else, I sell too early too. We all do the same thing. So don't kick yourself in the ass if you ever sell too early. The way to do it when you want to sell is sell little pieces all the time. For example, if you own 1,000 CRTD at $1, you may want to sell 102, 104, 109, 115, and you have 500 shares left. All your money's off the table, and you can keep selling 100 all the ways up and get an average price. All right. So again, I thought you had to, you can learn how to buy, you can learn how to sell. There's hundreds of different things here, but it all leads back to stock settlement. Everyone is here on this call because we all see and smell blood. Right? The only reason I'm here is because I can see and smell dead short sellers. Dead short sellers. Don't look at the guy in Volkswagen. He was the 94th richest man in the world. After the Volkswagen squeeze, he was jumping in front of a train and his family lost everything. That's what's at stake on these players. GameStop, AMC, everyone, that was a snowball created by hedge funds squeezing short. We all know what it was. These stocks are very different because there's one short seller. There's not multiple. There's one short seller in GTIILIVE. There's one short seller in Finger Motion and one short seller in CRTD. Right? You get the little Timmy Sykes running around trying to help barrate it for them, get paid in. But for the most part, there's one person. People, this is the most important thing. Would you go stand in front of a train coming at you, a runaway train? That's what happens when a short squeeze starts. There's no one on the street that would short this name if they had any knowledge of it down here. There's no way. If the Kramers called them up to try to borrow money to help break the stock, there's no one that will do it. There's too much out of control stuff. Upstream is something that is not in the control of the short sellers. We're removing them. Okay, we're putting their brokers, E-Trade, our brokers, E-Trade, Ameritrade, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan. They're the ones that they're going to have to go out and assassinate the short for us. Because at the end of the day, whatever the GTI gives out as a dividend, your broker is responsible to get it for you. And upstream, there's no wiggle room here. Okay? It's on blockchain. All right? So again, when they give out the dividend, it leads to digital discovery. Digital discovery removes everyone from the U.S. equity markets out of it. All the demons that allow this crime to happen can't touch it anymore. Once they touch it, they kill it. All right, so this is why this upstream is very important. And you say, why didn't you think of this? Why? I did think about it. I was working on an exchange. I put up there 2 years ago. I've been working on this for years. Not easy to do. Congratulations to the upstream guy. He could be the savior. Again, the U.S. equity markets is completely fraudulent. This crypto stuff that's going on, that the market is rallying around. If the U.S. government wants to keep pumping up the market to make it look good, they take advantage of it. I wouldn't buy it with your money. Okay, because when they pull the plug, nothing good is coming out of it. GameStop's up now, and GameStop's up $1.30. It is nothing good that's coming out of this whole thing. There's too much money has been lost. The Credit Suisse guy, he blew out the street in the more in Credit Suisse for billions of dollars. Billions. This is not billions. It takes a long time for a bank to make back billions of dollars. Okay? mean, these are big holes in the ship. You know, these rallies are just fabricated to try to lure people in. Every month, everybody puts their money into the pension, and these shorts destroy them all. They steal your money every day. The money managers keep throwing it, keep getting an average price on it. And every year you keep saying, every year, all our rallies always get destroyed. Right? So if you have your money in these pension funds, don't be afraid to liquidate and wait for the dip to go back in. I know professionals do it. They market time in the market. They put money into funds, and they find funds with select stocks. When it runs up, they sell it and buy it back. You can do it in funds, stocks, whatever. Don't be like a statue. All right? You can trade. There's no shame in you trying to trade and make a profit on these things. You know, again, the risk is that you miss it. And that's what William always says. His fear is that, I'm going to miss this upside. And you know what? Something? I know one guy, Valendo, he had a legal bill. He sold his GTII and near the bottom, and it took off, and he missed $7 in it. And he was here for a year. He was just trying to move money around for a short time, and he wound up missing the whole thing after waiting a year and a half. So there's a horror story to every positive story. Understand what you're doing. No one's going to help you. We're trying to help you. And again, avid trader, Lou's trying to help you, William's trying to help you. Listen to what we have to say, and you figure it out yourself. You make your own determinations on this. No one's going to tell you how to buy. If you call me up and ask me how to buy, I'll tell you. But you call me for you call my opinion. All right, I can't just sit here and post, hey, everybody buy here, do this, do that, do that. That's not my job to help you with that. If you do know me, I can get out there and I can help you. I got 35 years of experience in doing this nonsense. But I can tell you again, this is complete fraud. Everything you're saying, manipulations. I think that the equity markets are in a dangerous spot. The guys that are long, that are taking these meetings, are going to have to liquidate their longs. If they're short, they're going to have to cover it. Someone put a story about Credit Suisse warning about, short squeezes going on, short covering. I see it happening. I believe in that. Again, we're doing everything possible to help expose these people. And again, I don't control any of it. Upstream is taking a lot of pressure off everybody now. We'll go to that. We can advise people, hey, this is where you have to go. These guys got your back. Watch the video of the CEO of Pixie, P-I-X-Y. The guy is excellent. I don't know him, but he's been around a long time. Everybody knows about the fraud. Small companies getting destroyed. Everybody knows about it. CEOs are tired of it. When their companies get destroyed, they have to lay people off. They never even get a chance out of the gate. I'm sure many of you invested in small caps. Right? For the new people here, again, you guys don't bumped into the biggest winner in the world between GameStop and AMC. Again, if you got caught by the street trying to slow down and hurt you, that's the game. These guys control the game. Digital discovery, we remove the game away from the regulators. They can't control it anymore. That's why we're moving it away. If you think they're in a panic, figuring out what's going on in GameStop, wait till companies start squeezing them offshore now. Because they can't control it. Right? I can guarantee you in a year, 6 months from now, they'll be screaming at the SEC. Oh, you can't do that. If you do anything on upstream, we won't allow it. But it's fine. First people to the door always seem to get rewarded. I guess everything we're doing, everybody knows about it. We get to the door first. On these stocks like GTII and CRTD and Big Emotions, people keep asking me about, they keep borrowing shares. The footing just doesn't go up. What are they borrowing? Okay, if they borrow it, they just sell it in the morning and they try to cover it in the afternoon. They're flat. They're nowhere around. They're just washing stock back and forth. CRTD, for example, didn't trade for this a long time until these guys started manipulating it from 118 to 119. They don't want this thing up on the day at all costs. They think we're going to give up on it. Unfortunately, that's not true. There's some strong people buying it. I know that for a fact. Okay, I know good people buying it. GCII, let it go sideways a little bit back and forth. There's no shame. Okay, when it starts, we know it's 200 million shares. The data is posted every day. 1 million shares a day, whatever it is. Now we dried up here. numbers just keep adding up. If they're recovering, the stocks would go up. There's no covering. You see the same stupid pattern. 354 to 355. 100 shares on the bid, 415 on the offer. The 415 is the code. Okay? The code may be, hey, we're going to sell you some stock of 354, then drop to 352. Or maybe, if you're short, why wouldn't you just take it out at 355? People say to me all the time, how come they don't cover? No, you tell me, here we are watching it right now. If I were short 1,000 shares in the stock, why wouldn't I cover? Right? The stock's not going down. There's no selling in the stock. Why are they sitting here? Do they know something better than we do? I don't know. I believe so. All right? 800 deal is a tremendous deal. I have big money in that deal. The company's going to upstream. Everything is being done to help us to succeed. Okay? These companies are fighting back. The CRTD is fascinating to me because when people miss the GTII, you're seeing in real time here the manipulation by linked partners, okay, and their gang of cronies, all right? You're seeing it in real time. This is the same pattern that we watched for 15 months before anybody else came around. Okay, this is what we witnessed in GTI every day, the same pattern. The stock would go up and then they started walking back down. Same patterns, and it had that workout. I went to 9. All right, so it doesn't work out. Selling it lower and accumulation eventually kills these guys. GTII is the same stupid number, 354 to 355. Okay, there's no activity, there's no selling. The only selling in these names are the same people back and forth. All they're trying to do is get you to panic out. Okay? And AMC and GameStop, there's big players around those names. Remember, those big players, they can tickle the stock in a minute and get it going. And everybody comes running and the stock's going to run, and then they pull the plug on it. Be careful of that. It could run. The only way I would play those names now is buy some cheap options. You close your eyes and buy 10 options. You don't need to buy the 8. You can buy the 11. Because if it's going to go, it's going to go. It's not going to go up 50 cents. It's going to go up many dollars, right? We all believe that we should look in those names. So if you still want to be around those names, buy some cheap calls. Right? That's the way you do it. So GTI was 54, 55. The 54 bid disappears and they print stock at 52. Okay, that is the craziest watching stock back and forth. Okay, that is a technique. And people always ask, why is there a cross trade? The cross trades are always done at the low point. Okay, they trade at 352, now it's off at 354. The same stupid patterns every day. And I'm tired of explaining it to you every day, but people ask the same questions all the time. The fear, FUD. Someone told me about that today. Fear, whatever, I forgot what it even means. FUD, I forgot. But whatever that FUD used to fear, I can't remember, blank. And all these things are answered. GTII is closing a major transaction, and they're going to upstream. That's more than any company that you know is going on here. Right? Think about GameStop. They're selling video games. This company is going to be a major law firm. Okay? A global law firm. All right? Even the CEO said they're growing. Fear, uncertainty, that's what it is. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Thank you. And, the doubt is everything is here. The doubt is what the short does to you every day. Manipulates the stock and creates the doubt. You would do the same thing. Just make one you're the short. What would you do? I have to cover all these shares. And you know what? Let's sell it and knock it down to create these people to panic. That's what they do. They create it for you. All right? Every day it's the same thing. Anyway, listen, the market's closed and we really not a bet here. Okay, the CRTD, let me see where they closed at, just out of curiosity. At $1.13, big battle, another 1,000,006 shares traded. And where are we? Up a nickel. Where did they go? Nowhere. In the last 2 days, they sold 3 million shares. Lower. 3 million shares. They could have sold at $1.50. Take away 40 cents, 3 million times. It's $1.2 million they lost because they needed to bring them back in the stock. That didn't work. Remember, listen, everyone, if you take the time, watch the PIXY upstream video. It's on Twitter. Watch it again. It's outstanding, and it tells you everything that's going to happen in the future. All right, listen, everyone. Have a great night. We'll speak tomorrow.
Let's look how everything closed. Puppy dog. He seems anxious. GTII closed at 357, it looks like. Down 18 cents, 320,000 shares. So, yeah, 357. So, my own read is low volume. They can't get it down. I think it's pulled back to what's now support. And I think the next move's up. Whoever just said that Ham seems more interested in CRTD, my guess is he's trying to signal to you that, you know, that's something not to miss. But he, without a doubt, has said repeatedly that GTII is the single best short setup he's ever seen. And he hasn't changed that. But CRTD, he wouldn't tell you about it if he didn't believe it's going to work. So he has to keep you apprised of it. And that closed at 113. And I don't know RBNW. I'll look it up. 568 on finger, 570 last trade. RNBW. I can't get, no, RBNW. RBNW. Renewable energy. Is this just to swap out of, the other one? The bid is 0.00, the ask is 0.0001. I'm not too excited by that. MMAT 188, up 19 cents. Let's see what happened to Hood. Hey, Amazing. Hood actually stayed above 10.20. I want to look at MMTLP. 973. That one might be he's reviewing barbers. That's pretty good, whoever said that. Eddie Eagle. That's pretty good. All right, I'm going to look at, you're out in the morning? Out of what? GTII? Okay, Sergio, thanks for letting us know. We'll try to front run you. Maybe we can get out before you get out and then buy back in cheaper. All right, let's just see what anybody said on Twitter. Gillette or Remington? Gillette is the home of toxic masculinity, so we better do Remington. Because you don't want toxic guys around. Nothing on Twitter grabs my attention. Department of Justice. This is last year. Stock trader arrested and charged with securities fraud for using his Twitter account to operate a pump and dump scheme. So this is Trading T put this up. I don't know. It doesn't look legitimate, but he's warning people, GTI influencers, to stop playing games, while his buddies, the Kramers, just dump, 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 which isn't manipulation because, you know, they deserve to make the money they steal. All right, let's see if there's any news. John Fetterman's wife escorts her husband to Capitol Hill. Oh, maybe she'll be the next senator. I don't see any news on the war, so that's good to know. Yeah, I don't know if any of you pumped and dumped. Oh, new GTII video? Let's watch it. I've missed out on both the pump and the dump. All right, let's just see. I'm looking for Lou. Can't wait for Trump announcement. His truth posts are on fire. What do you think his announcement will be? Do you think he'll pick Carrie Lake for... Alicia's the best. She didn't screw up. The market's got it wrong. She didn't screw up. You'll see. All right, 4 minutes ago.
What's going on, my silly little motherfucker? All right, listen. Just here getting a bit of air from my head. When it gets this fucking cold, there's nobody around, but that's a good fucking thing, too. Too many touchy-feely motherfuckers around, so hey. That being said, I'll get into all the crazy shit, the missiles in Poland, this spy being propped up, BlockFi. I mean, you can go into so many different directions with today, but since today's not done yet, and more things are coming down the line, including Trump, I'm just going to stick to what you guys want to know about. The GTI and the day of the rip. Listen, if you look at how the volume's been going, 2 million, then 1 million, then it was 500,000, and earlier today was like 200 and change. Like, we're going smaller and smaller and smaller. So the reality is this shit's running out of steam on their side. And today, like Bill told me that people are like, oh, there was some more GTI shares out there. I'm like, that don't mean a fucking thing. People are going to swallow those things up. That's why the volume keeps dropping and dropping. They could probably swallow that in one afternoon. I put on a post just waiting on the GTI coin. But I'm not really waiting on the coin. I'm waiting for the request for information to support the coin on the exchange. Because that's where they're going to go, oh, shit. That's when the cat's going to come out the bag. People, I am very confident this beard will be coming off soon. I don't know. I kind of like it. So at the end of the day, hang tight, my little motherfuckers. There'll be more videos later on tonight. And we'll go from there.
That one came out. Somebody said that's not the one. That one came out 4 minutes ago. He did one called The Collapse is Here, but it's just a short. Oh, there's another one newer than that? Okay. I don't see it yet. So maybe, well, anyway, that's the newest. Okay. No, I know. I can't believe you made so much money on DWAC. That's great. And I love, who was it? Was it Deborah? Who made money by selling and then buying MMAT and then now selling that. And now she has both. That's terrific. That is terrific. I haven't seen anything from Avid, but I'm sure he strikes me as a guy that speaks when he has something to say. Carrie Lake is suing Katie Hobbs. All right, so there doesn't seem to be much else to talk about.
Aren't you?
Casper Ruud,
He's just got a chill vibe.
6-3 in the first set.
He's just chilling. All right. Here we go. Ruud serving to stay in the set.
All right, so I'll wait 4 more minutes, and that's 4:15, and then we'll just have to reconnoiter in the AM. In the AM. Her arrogance cost her. Oh, I didn't know she did that. That's not a good thing to do in Arizona. I wouldn't think that's the smartest strategy. She does come across, to me, I don't know her, she comes across a little cocky. All right, Sergio. Carrie Lake, yeah. I don't think Ivanka will run for president. Yeah, I can understand that. I don't know what goes on in Arizona. I've been there. But I don't know what it's like. And then you had a lot of people move there. Yeah, I'm trying not to, I'm just reading these things, and they're a little bit political, and no more Trumps, and I'm a New Yorker. Okay. Yes, they did, Miami. I'm not trying to cause any political. My view is, I don't mind you talking about it at all. That's what makes our country great. But I'm not trying to win a political argument at all. Oof. Zelensky's calling for NATO to intervene in Russia. Yeah, new political blood might be nice. Someone younger, just someone younger. See ya, Jeff. Thank you. I voted for a no election denier. Yep. All politicians are dishonest, except for Jimmy Carter. You go both ways. Well, that's what Rodney Dangerfield said when he was having a hard time with sex. If you go both ways, you have twice the chances. Yeah, let's just do GTII. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Doesn't seem to matter anyway politically right now. So let's just, what I want to focus on is making all of you financially independent, and then you can tell me what your views are. I don't want to be here and win a political argument. What good's that? What I want is you to win the argument against Kurt Kramer, and at the end, I can stand there with Lou and hand Lou a dollar bill saying, "You won. I didn't think we could do it. The Kramers are in the poor house, and you guys are all in the rich house. You're in the brick house." It looks good on you, though. That's that hat. That's the Ted, I forget his last name, but that's the hat. It looks good on you, though. He's so funny. Yes, it's a Judge Smales joke. Smales. It looks good on you, though. All right. Well, digital discovery. Oh, I was looking at Hood because Ted Knight, that's it. I was looking at Hood because I thought that guy was having to sell his whatever, his 10% or 5% at a 20% discount. I guess he didn't. Well, that's different, Newfie. Putin stole that election. Anyway, I don't know what's more important in this country, politics or something else. But right now, what's important is we're going to make our money on GTII. That is what is important right now. And let's just see if there's anything on Twitter. Otherwise, yeah, maybe Hood is. All right, David Lee, always good posts. Only 320,000 on GTI today. Things are looking hot, hot, hot. 357. Let's see. Crazy B, Nicole put something up about upstream, and I agree with that. All right, guys. Well, when's the next truck? I've heard tomorrow or Thursday. Yeah, I'd like to, some like it hot. I'd like to, I just caution you guys, the next plays, I've been in GTII almost 2 years, and I've known Finger for 3.5. And I trust Ham on CRTD. I'm not sure that every other NATO countries are saying it will be Poland's decision if Article 5 is declared. U.S. silent. I just want to be taller. Well, if everyone were taller, we'd all be the same height. I trust a good ham sandwich. Trust a good ham sandwich. A manwich. All right. I think at 4:18, it's a good time to say goodnight to everybody. And thank you all for joining. Everyone did a good day today. Good job. Good. Yeah, I think that's right, Nick. They are manipulating the market. Trying to make it all look good. Behind the scenes, this crypto stuff behind the scenes is a little bit frightening. So anyway, all right, guys. That's who I was waiting for. Bye, Alicia. Thank you very much. And as usual, peace. Polish military headed to the Russian border. Peace, love, and happiness. And Lucky says, woof. And how come you haven't walked me yet? All right. Ciao. Ciao.